Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Menachem Creditor. It's my honor to serve as scholar in residence and rabbi for UJA Federation of New York. We bring you Torah and music, blessing, and community every weekday. We've been doing so since March 18th, 2020. It's the middle of March 2025. It's more than 5 years of Torah every single day of coming to each other with hearts open, finding each other from all over the world, to lift each other up, to learn some Torah, to ground ourselves in tradition, and to respond to the world as it is, knowing it can always be better. Part of the way we do that is by learning together, supporting each other. It's been a beautiful, beautiful process. Ashley, Boker Tov, Arlene, it's good to see you. Let's greet each other by name, which is part of the beauty of our tradition here as a learning community. Barbara and Rosa, Hineni, Joyce, it's good to see you. Glad you're in New York City. I am too. I'll explain in a moment where I am. Cecile and Rose, Boker Tov. Corinne, Hineni, me too. Arlene, it's good to see you. All these Hinenis, we are present. Isn't that amazing? So in a second, we'll take a breath and we'll sing a blessing. Sandy and Haley, Boker Tov. See who else is here. Minna, welcome. Hope you're well. Sharon, hi. Okay. Hi, Anya. Let's take a breath, everyone. Sing a bracha. Learn some Torah. Hi, Kim. Sending love to Nashville. Hi, Linda. Ya lai 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 lai. Diddy I lai lai lai. Diddy I lai 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 lai. Ay ay la lai lai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddeshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah la'asok b'divrei Torah hafoch ba v'hafoch ba la'asok b'divrei Torah. Diddy I lai 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 lai. Diddy I lai lai lai. Diddy I lai 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 lai. Ay ay la lai lai. Good morning, everyone. It's good to see you. Welcome to, as Kim calls it, Torah Tuesday. It's good to see everybody. It is broadcast 1268. Thanks, Penny, I saw that. And it is day 536 since October 7th. We all are marking the time, but Judy, I also saw that you posted that. Thank you for keeping time for all of us in such a sacred way. It is Parshat Pekudei, and I want to talk for a moment about where I am before I jump into the Parsha. I am sitting right now at the Anne Frank exhibit at the Center for Jewish History in New York City. I'm representing UJA. We've been very involved in helping this happen here, and the New York Board of Rabbis has brought together an interfaith clergy group to go on a tour of the exhibit. I am moved to be present in this way. I stepped away from the group so we could have our broadcast, and to do so in a place of Jewish history that brings together the richness of 5 institutions into one sacred place of learning and testimony is important. For it to be in a place in this moment in the exhibit dedicated to the history of Anne Frank and to the lessons that are learned all around the world from the model and writings of Anne Frank is very important. And that leads me to both thank Michael Glickman, who is responsible for this exhibit, and for 10 years once ran this Center for Jewish History, really wonderful human being, a great leader in our community, and to reflect on one small part of this week's Parsha. In Parshat Pekudei, the final Torah portion in the book of Exodus, we have a tremendous culmination moment. The building of the tabernacle has been going on for 4 Torah portions, and it leads us to the very end of Exodus. And when it is completed, you need to kind of plug it in. That's probably not a bad way of saying it. What is that power source? In the Holy of Holies, which is the metaphysical center of the Mishkan, there's also a centerpiece, which is the Ark of the Covenant. And I know some of us have seen Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. We've seen depictions of this. But instead of imagining what it looks like, imagine what it means. The Ark of the Covenant is so called because the tablets of testimony are placed in it. But have you ever thought, as the rabbis did, and as this parsha perhaps hints, about what was inside of it really? It holds the tablets of the covenant, but we know our story. When Moses ascends Sinai the first time, he brings down tablets of the covenant, and when he witnesses the Israelites, our ancestors, sinning, worshiping the golden calf, he throws them down, and the shards of this tablet are scattered. This is a fascinating thing to consider, because where did they go? Well, in this week's Torah portion, after the building of the Mishkan, there is a verse that says that Moses put the tablets into the ark, and the tablets are called edut. And it is important to notice on a grammatical level that edut means testimony, and it means it in the plural. And the rabbis wondered, because later, when the ark was recovered during the time of Solomon, the tablets of testimony were there, but there were two tablets. At first, in the Talmud it says, Luchot v'shivrei haluchot munachot. The broken tablets and the whole tablets were placed in the ark. And that explains to us, at least according to the rabbinic imagination, where the tablets, the original ones, went. And it also helps us understand what we do as people when we move forward. We actually carry the brokenness within us as we traverse the world, hopefully towards wholeness. But what does that mean, friends? What does it mean if Moses originally put the broken tablets and the whole tablets into the heart of hearts in the Holy of Holies? But by the time of Solomon, when the ark was opened, only the whole tablets were there. Perhaps, and this is a teaching, and I can't remember where I heard it, but it's a beautiful one. Perhaps through our journey as a people, when we carry testimony of the past, especially of the broken moments, like this exhibit, which is a recreation of the attic where Anne Frank and her family were hid until they were captured. Perhaps by carrying this, there's also a process. Because remember, the broken tablets were originally in the ark, and then eventually they weren't. There's a suggestion that the broken pieces, as we journey through the desert, as we journey through time, as we become the people that we are today and continue becoming the people one day that we are destined to be in all of our beauty, perhaps the broken tablets continue to break down into smaller pieces. And perhaps the dust that they one day became spread into the air in our community, and we carry that brokenness not only in the ark, not only in the Aron, but also in the Holy of Holies, which was relocated according to the rabbis from the destruction of the temple in 70 CE to the human heart, which means we take the whole and the broken parts of our tradition and we carry them, we tend to them, we internalize them. We'll do that in a few weeks at Pesach, internalizing our story, eating the pain, eating the freedom, eating the symbols, eating the story. It all becomes part and parcel of who we are as we move forward in the world. And so from one word in this week's parsha, the word edut, testimony, offered in the plural, we begin to wonder, friends, what it is to carry both the whole and the broken parts of our immediate and ancient histories in us as we move forward through time. I'm sitting again in a space, the Center for Jewish History, which is a living place of making history, not only internalizing the past. We carry it forward in everything we do. What a gift it is to be part of the ongoing writing of our people's history. The best way to do this authentically is to let the past in, and not just the good parts. even the dust of brokenness is part of this story too. And we grow every time we tell it. Let's teach one beautiful lesson from Anne Frank of blessed memory in this very special space that at the moment is the recreation of a home that kept her safe for a time. She ends her diary with the belief that deep down people are good. That is a belief worth cultivating. It doesn't close our eyes to the reality of the world. It doesn't make us naive to believe that people have the potential to actualize the godliness within them. It reminds us to believe that people can be people. As the rabbis teach in Pirkei Avot, "B'makom she'ein anashim tishtadel liot ish," in a place where people are not showing up as people, be a person, which tells us that we have the potential, the possibility, and therefore the obligation to be deeply human in the way that we act. And one day, please God, everyone should do exactly that. Imagine that world. Send your hearts with me. We're going to sing Hatikva. It's day 536, and our sisters and brothers need our prayers. Kolon baleva pnima nefesh Yehudi homia ulefatei mizrach kadima ayin letzion Sophia od lo avda tikvateinu hatikva bat shnot alpayim liot am chofshi be'artzeinu Eretz Zion v'Yerushalayim Liot am chofshi be'artzeinu Eretz Zion v'Yerushalayim. Bring them home now. Am Yisrael Chai. See you tomorrow, my friends.